no more. What? No, sir, I didn't mean it. She asked me, I didn't ask her. I know she's dangerous. Now I know it. Goodbye.
Oh, well, look here now. This just makes my day. There's a wonderful woman. She just walked by my way. Well, I was standing there trembling like a leaf on a willow tree, hoping them great, big, beautiful eyes would fall on me. I just wishful thinking, but I hope that it still might be. Man, she's so beautiful. She had long brown wavy hair, wearing a form-fitting dress that was hard to bear. Man, she couldn't pull a big 10 in a beauty scene anywhere. Yeah, get it. Do your thing. Have you ever seen a woman to whom your heart could give, who would betray you twice and you know you'd still forgive? If you have, they were alike almost too beautiful to live. Man, she was so good and she's all that I could hope to share. By the stars up above, she knew that my heart was there. She just stole the control of my heart and she didn't care. When I feel this way, I just sing what I have to say. You know I need satisfaction. I didn't get any yesterday. Woe be unto me if it be that she gets away. I feel good like it's party time, don't you know? It blew my mind when she smiled and said hello.
Thank you very much. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
Please be seated. Roll call, please.
Carlson,
Here.
Vieira, Maniscalco, Hurtek, Goulds, Miranda, and Citro.
I am here also.
We have a physical quorum.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. These presentations are for people who are deserving of recognition and organizations that are also deserving of recognitions. A couple of things that we have to take care of. Councilman Miranda is unavailable at this time, so Councilman Vieira is unavailable at this time. Councilman Miranda will be presenting Police Officer of the Month and Firefighter of the Quarter. Also, a man we all know very, very well, Ruben Butch Delgado. We are going to be moving his commendation until the July 28th meeting. So, without further ado, Councilman.
I'd like to make a motion to move item number 3, file number E2022-15 to July 28th.
Motion made by Councilman Carlson, seconded by Councilman Miranda. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And motion to receive and file.
Second. So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Maniscalco, seconded by Councilman Carlson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
And
Thank you.
yeah, just
Councilman Carlson.
yeah, and Butch sends his regrets, and he has a good excuse. His wife was not available today, and he wanted her to be here, so that's why we moved it.
I don't think that's an excuse. I think that's mandatory. All right, Councilman Miranda.
Honorable Chairman, Tampa City Council, honorable mayors, the mayor, honorable members of the council, and Citro, what's your name? Only joking with you, sir. It's my pleasure this morning to be next to the Chief of Police, O'Connor, making this presentation to Police Officer of the Month. As you well know, this is a distinguished combination that's giving 12 times a year, and there's over 1,000 police officers. So when you get this one time, some have gotten it twice, but it's very difficult because it goes not on what you think you've done, it's what you have done that everybody else thinks, how did he do that, or how did she do that? So the men and women of the police department, if you look at the news today in America, it's something that you really have to take and say, how do they do their job? Because they have a split second, 100th of a second, to make a decision one way or the other as to what to do when the circumstances arise. And these are the problems that we're having today in our country. It's more than guns. Guns is certainly the primary item of it, but it's the man thought and the woman thought and the idealism that what you see when you're a kid on all the internet and all programs, everybody's shooting each other. And these are things that you grew up with, and that's just my opinion, no one else's. But when you see these things and you're growing up, and all around you see violence and hear violence, you think that's natural or normal. However, then you have the other side of the coin, where some of these individuals that lately have done some horrific things, no one knows why they did it. So we live in a complicated society, and today the chief now will make the reason why Jody Maxim was chosen as the Police Officer of the Month. Chief?
Thank you. Good morning, City Council. Chief Mary O'Connor with Tampa PD. As Councilman Miranda mentioned, obviously violent crime is a big problem in our society these days. But one thing that's also plaguing our city that you're well aware of is homelessness. And we have a very strong desire in the police department to provide services and get our homeless population the services that they so desperately need. But at the same time, we also have lots of times debris and quality of life issues left over where we have to work hard to try to keep our city safe and keep our city clean. So I just want to showcase an officer that went a little bit above and beyond in this regard this month. So Officer Jody Maxim, come join me. Master Police Officer Jody Maxim is a dedicated officer who truly cares about the Tampa community. She transferred to District 1 in February and immediately began working to improve the quality of life for the community members that she serves. Upon assuming her new assignment, she observed several concerns with homeless camps located on various lots and properties. She identified 5 locations which had a high priority of need. One location had visible piles of trash, bedding, and other items. MPO Maxim used her resources to contact and meet with a local representative who was willing to sign a trespass authorization and informed the homeless residents there of local resources to help clean up the property. MPO Maxim gave the homeless at this location contacts for services that could assist them long-term. Within 1 week, the property was vacated and cleaned. Another vacant business had several subjects with tents and large piles of debris. MPO Maxim spoke to several subjects and offered them services and contacted code enforcement to assist in the removal of the debris. The property was cleaned, vacated by the subjects, and is now under renovation. During her patrol duties, MPO Maxim responded to a property in reference to a possible overdose. This property is owned by CSX and has a very large homeless population, and there was a camp observed in a wooded area. MPO Maxim contacted Special Agent Snap of FDOT, the Department of Transportation, to see if they were interested in working together to clear the area, which they were. Everyone was cleared out that night, and FDOT cleared the property. MPO Maxim then identified and completed all of these projects while still performing her daily patrol responsibilities. MPO Maxim is also in the process of planning a TPD staff-approved community bike rodeo, which will be held at the Tampa JCC on July 23rd, 2022, just next week. The purpose of this event is to spend time with our community youth and teach them the importance of bicycle and scooter safety, while at the same time creating stronger positive ties with the Tampa community and furthering great community relations. MPO Maxim and the bike unit have secured over 30 bikes and scooters to give out to local children during the rodeo. MPO Maxim is also a valued leader on her squad. She maintains a high level of integrity and works well alongside her co-workers. She uses the skills and knowledge she obtained as a field training officer to mentor new officers on her squad. She reviews cases, covers different scenarios that they are likely to encounter as new police officers. MPO Maxim has done all of this without being asked, as she genuinely cares about these officers and the future of our noble profession. She enjoys her chosen profession, cares about people, and helping those she encounters to reach their best potential. For these reasons, MPO Jody Maxim has been selected as the Tampa Police Department's Officer of the Month for July of 2022. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chief. It's amazing what someone can do when you really put your mind to doing it. And Ms. Maxim, thanks so much for what you've done and continue to do on a daily basis. We have a group of great individuals that have business in the city, and they want to give you a little something for remembrance. And so happens that today, the good people from Step Towing cannot be here, but they've asked me to give you this, which is a Outback dinner for 500. I mean, well, he's not here. I can do what I want. And a limo, what you can use, sits up to 18 people for 5 hours, and it's valued at substantial.
Yes, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Individuals that have the items to present to Jody Maxim.
Good morning, City Council. Darla Portman with the Tampa PBA, the President. I'm also with Vice President Brandon Barkley and Secretary Treasurer Christina Duran. We're very proud of Jody. Jody's one of those members that has always come by the office to make sure she knows what's going on. She's helped us out tremendously in new hire orientations when we may have forgotten an iPad, and she brought it up to us. But she's always been the person that hangs out at Bush Boulevard and takes care of the homeless issues that we have around there when she was in D2. So there's no surprise that you're working really hard in District 1, so we're very proud of you. Retired Sergeant Brevy couldn't be here from Busch Gardens, but he wanted to go ahead and give you 4 pass tickets to Busch Gardens, and we want to present you with a plaque from the PBA.
Cool. Super.
Very, very proud of you.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
You have to hand off your goodies.
Yes, I'll take care of your stuff.
Like Christmas morning.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mary Lou Bailey. I'm here on behalf of Zoo Tampa, and this is?
I'm Mark Haney, Chief External Relations Officer for Zoo Tampa.
Congratulations on this. We very much appreciate your service. I know homelessness is such a complicated subject, so it sounds like you've really got the right skills and the right touch. So thank you in particular on behalf of the community. The volunteers who serve on the board of Zoo Tampa have purchased an annual pass for you and your family. So we hope you enjoy it in good health with your family and that you come to love animals as much as we do and for all the conservation work we do there. And Mark has some goodies for you.
Just little kangaroo that your son was able to pick out.
So cool.
And just a couple other good goodies from.
Thank you so
Okay,
very much.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chief, Council, Brian Ford, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we have a tradition over at $1. Anybody that goes over and above gets a game ball, and hearing what you do and what you've done for our community, the sacrifice that you and your family make, we just really wanted to say thank you. And thank you for continuing to have this program and allowing us to be a part of it. But congratulations and something for them. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning, Council. Good morning, Chief. My name is Jeff Houck. I'm Vice President of Marketing for the Columbia Restaurant Group. It's my deep honor to, on behalf of the Gosmart family and the 1,200 employees of the Columbia Restaurant Group, to present you with a $100 gift card. Come and dine with us. We thank you for everything you do to keep us safe and keep the homeless off the streets and
Thank you.
help them with their services. And thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning, Council. Leah Van Name with Tampa Theater Officer. On behalf of Tampa Theater, I'm honored to give you the gift of a membership and candy so you can come and visit us on Franklin Street.
Oh, awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Steve Michelini, I'm here on behalf of a couple of different folks, and I'm going to give you these first. So
Okay.
the letters go with it, but that's the real thing.
Okay.
That's the money.
Okay.
On behalf of the Tampa Metropolitan YMCA, we're providing you with a gift certificate so you can enjoy their facilities. On behalf of the Yummy House China Bistro, and you have that gift certificate, and go enjoy yourself for lunch or dinner. On behalf of the Meat Market Tampa, over in Old Hyde Park Village, you can enjoy yourself over there for lunch or dinner. On behalf of the Chicho's Restaurant Group, you can enjoy yourself breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And finally, on behalf of Bella Brava, which is a new restaurant over in the Midtown section, you can enjoy yourself over there for lunch or dinner. So congratulations, use the limo wisely. I wouldn't suggest you go to all these at one time, but you have fun. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much. All right, I just wanted to say good morning to all. I want to thank you, Chief O'Connor. I thought Chief of Staff Bennett was here, but if he's not, and all of City Council. I'm so honored to be here this morning and humbled to be the recipient of this award. I also want to say thank you for all of you coming. Without your continued support of the Tampa Police Department, many officers' and employees' efforts would go unnoticed. So thank you very much for your time.
Jody, on behalf of the Tampa City Council and the almost 400,000 people that live here, and all those that you helped and continue to help, your job is about yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever. Because the problems that we have in any country, it's always lingering on. So we want to thank you and every police officer that works in the city of Tampa and that has a badge in this country. Thank you all very much sincerely for the job you do day in and day out.
Thank you.
Councilman Good.
This award today, an officer being receiving a accommodation for homelessness. You know, we got a big crisis in the city. It's not those that have mental illness or drug issues. We have families that are becoming homeless out there. in cars. So you got a big job, and I'm glad we have somebody, I think we got about 2 or 3 officers in Ybor, some other areas that are concentrating on this problem. So I want to thank you for your efforts and your work, because it takes a lot of compassion to be able to deal with people who become homeless and be able to sympathize with them and not criticize them because they might be on drugs or alcohol. Because I remember a long time ago, I had a young rookie in my car. We were driving down by the river, and I said, go ahead and talk to the guy. Go and FI the guy. So he goes out there and talks to the guy, and I said, what'd you get out of that? He said, he's just a bump guy down there, we're gonna run him off. I said, did you look in the history and see about that guy? He said, no, I didn't. I said, look at the history of that guy. The guy was a doctor, but he had severed his hand. So he could no longer be a doctor anymore because he was a surgeon. He became mentally ill, came down from Wisconsin, and he just became mentally ill because he couldn't handle the pressure of not being able to do his job anymore. So I want people to understand that, homelessness comes in 4 to 5 different facets of people, in which your job is really compassion and really getting them to the next level to get themselves back together. So thank you for the work you're doing.
Councilwoman Hurtak.
I want to echo what Councilman Good said. I think that choosing, not necessarily having it as your focus on to work on homeless issues, but choosing personally to search that out is really a calling. And I just want to say thank you for that. We are dealing with such a huge homelessness issue, and the fact that you're noticing them. A lot of people just ignore homeless. So thank you so much for noticing them, for talking to them, for trying to get them help. We really appreciate that, and it takes a special person. So thank you very much for all the work you're doing, and I wish you the best in all the work that you do in the future for the city. Thank you. Thank you.
Councilman Maniscalco.
Congratulations, and thank you for your service. Sometimes it's hard for us to grasp the idea of houselessness and homelessness, because we figure in 2022, when there's so much wealth and there's so much available to all of us, that we still deal with this situation. And when you look at how an individual gets to that point, it could be, they lost their job, then they lose their house to foreclosure, they get evicted, or they get divorced, or they get, I've talked to so many people, you talk to so many people, and you hear their stories and you go, that could be me. And when you understand that, we hopefully become more compassionate to say, let us not judge others so easily, because we could be in that situation. But what we can do is, reach out to those individuals, treat them with dignity and respect, try to hear their stories and understand what the situation is, and try to help them. And that's what you do. You go out there, try to bring them to the services that they need, or give them that hand up to help them get off the streets and to get back on the path towards a better life. But again, when we see people on the street, people less fortunate, people in these situations, we have to open our hearts and be compassionate. And it's not just, you give them some money. Talk to them, treat them with dignity and respect, because they're human beings, and they deserve that. And if we can help them, we should help them. And that's where you come in, and the sacrifice that you make when you put on that uniform, and just as a person, your heart is open to those individuals to help them and help them move forward in a more positive way. So congratulations, and thank you very much.
Councilman Carlson.
Thank you very much for everything you've done. I represent South Tampa, although I say we vote on issues throughout the city, and we are all concerned about issues throughout the city. People think that South Tampa is all rich people. There's actually a program every Thursday, Gandy Civic Association, where they feed 300 families that many of them have houses, but they don't have food. And thank you to all the donors and organizations that help them do that. But there are a lot of families that don't have homes, and some of them used to live in South Tampa. Now they don't have homes anymore, and we see that happening throughout the city. Also, you didn't say which area of the city you were working in, but there are like 8 parks in South Tampa where homeless rotate, and there are lots of resources, lots of volunteers in South Tampa that that are trying to help, as well as the rest of the city. For the public's sake, I want to let everyone know that after a lot of years of the city not paying attention to these issues, this council and this administration have been. The chief of staff, because of his experience in Pinellas County, has deep expertise in these issues, and we've been working closely with he and the senior staff. I know I've sat in a couple of meetings, at least with all the senior staff and the chief of staff, to try to address these issues. And it's everything from providing workforce housing and affordable housing to temporary housing, temporary shelter, and trying to address all the issues up and down, trying to provide job programs and helping people reenter the workplace. But the specific problem that you're dealing with, these camps in South Tampa, as people rotate around, there are, you've seen this, but I've walked through the woods with the neighborhood leaders, and there are hundreds of people that live in these camps. And one of them is right next to, part of it's public property, part of it's private property. One of them is right next to MacDill Air Force Base, and it's right next to the runway. And at night, there are bonfires out there. When you walk out, there are thousands of beer cans and beer bottles, and you can tell that some of them have been used for drug paraphernalia. And it's not only a risk to the neighborhoods, but it's a national security risk that we have to clean up. And I don't know if you personally have done it, but I know the team around you has been in and cleaned up those all the time. But what happens is the groups move from one to the other and then come back, and we have to address those issues. We need to provide better places and better shelters so that people don't have to camp out like that. But it's also not acceptable to have hundreds of people living with all of that in and around our neighborhoods, and especially in and around MacDill Air Force Base. So I thank you all for what you do, and we'll continue to work to try to find longer-term solutions. And since you're on the ground, you and your colleagues are on the ground, if you have ideas on things we could do from a policy point of view, please let us know, because we'd like to work to continue to solve these issues. Thank you.
Most people's perception of the Tampa Police Department is handcuffs and tickets. Thank you for being the shining star. Thank you for letting people know that TPD is there to help. We're not there, you're not there to harass anyone. You are there to provide a service, a way out. I thank you for doing that. And again, thank you for being the shining star for the Tampa Police Department.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's not in your stuff. That's not in your stuff, is it?
No, none of that's mine.
Go ahead.
Yep. Young man, I like your outfit. Bye.
Thank you, Council.
Thank you, Chief.
My pleasure to be up here again, Mr. Chairman, honorable members of Tampa City Council, with Chief Tripp of the Tampa Fire Rescue Department. As you know, fire rescue is rated one of the best in the country. We have a chief, and we've had personnel in this city compared to nowhere else. They really work hard. They do what to do. They train hard. They work hard, and they have one thing that's not common to you and I. When we're going out, they're going in. And they're not going in to catch a movie. They're going in either to a burning building, or they're going in where there's something more drastic than that. And these are the things that, on an everyday basis, not only this great fire department, but throughout the country, just like the police officers throughout the country, are facing dilemmas that were never before held. It's an amazing life that we live in, and we learn something every day. And it's through the organization of Chief Tripp and the rest of her command staff, and each individual that worked for the Tampa Fire Department has to deal with on a daily basis. And we're so lucky to have these individual men and women to work as diligently as they do, and they work hard, and the risk that they have to take, just like any other police officer. So it's incumbent upon us to select the quarter. Every quarter, they allow one individual to get selected to become the award of the Tampa City Council commendation. And this year, or this quarter, and she'll tell you exactly what engineer drivers Angelo Santos Martinez has done for this community. Chief.
Good morning, Council. Barbara Tripp, Tampa Fire Rescue Fire Chief. I don't even know where to start because, not that I'm biased or anything, but Angelo Santos is a true leader. He has done many great things for Tampa Fire Rescue. So, out of all of the individuals that were nominated to become Firefighter of the Quarter, Angelo succeeded with some of the achievements that he's done in the last quarter. Actually, should I say the last 15, 20 years he's been on the job, you know, so he's a great leader. So let me tell you why he was selected. So Driver General Angelo Santos is involved in many facets and performs at the highest level of each of these areas. You might have seen him a couple of times as the honor guard, where he represents Tampa Fire Rescue. He has proudly stand at attention representing the honor guard team and molding the future of young aspiring firefighters as the coordinator of the TFR cadets. We have a few cadets here today to actually honor him because he's been such a great leader. His other accomplishment and certification includes hazmat. He's actually over at the hazardous material area in South Tampa, well, actually you can say beach farm, we can say beach farm, Station 6. And he's critical care transport. Basically, he deals with a lot of the critical patients, transport from hospital to hospital. He's also a marine technician, and he's a paramedic of record, meaning that he's able to operate alone. He's a minimum standard instructor. So individuals, laypersons coming off the street to be trained, this is the face that they see, okay? He is a great leader. He's also a fire watch inspector. He's a new recruit instructor. So as now we're going through the hiring process, so the individuals that come in and learn about Tampa Fire, he's one of the instructors. He's the face of Tampa Fire again. He's also one of the panelists that's on the interviews to be able to identify good characters to be part of Tampa Fire Rescue. In his time, Driver Engineer Santos is actively involved with his children. He has a lovely wife who's a nurse at one of the local hospitals. He also coaches his kids' Little League and assists with people from his homeland of Dominican Republic, sorry. One of Driver Engineer Santos' many accomplishments is that he revamped the TFR cadet program and expanded its membership. So the cadet program is a program for youth from the age of 13 to 18. And basically they come in, we start them young to learn about the fire department, learn about the history, and try to pursue a career in the future. So he revamped that whole program. The cadet programs offer structured environment for teenagers to learn about the fire service and introduce them to firefighting skills like tying knots, hose line management, fire tactics, and basic first aid, all while still in the sense of dedication, respect, work ethics, and responsibility. Driver General Santos is constantly attending classes and events to expand his firefighting specialty knowledge, including he went out of state to Texas for a class that was offered, a phone class that was in Jacksonville, and the Florida Hazmat Symposium in Daytona. I need to put my glasses on. Driver General Angelo Santos is a very determined person. From the time he came to America as a small boy, he had to quickly learn English as he assisted his parents with small jobs to make ends meet. This made his excelling of being a firefighter minimum standards, EMT and paramedic school even more accomplishment. Driver General Santos Martinez is an outstanding employee who gives all, whatever the task may be. He constantly volunteers for extra duty assignments. His commitment, dedication are very deserving, and recognition are the reasons why he was selected as Firefighter of the Quarter. So.
community has some offerings for you for doing the job that you do. And these are dedicated businesses in the city of Tampa that really care about what everyone does in the city, including myself, but I don't get an award. And yourself, you do get an award. Thank you for what you do. And this is from great people at Steps Towing. They do fantastic work. And again, you got dinner for 500 and for 5, and you have a night for 5 hours, the limousine for 18 people. I don't have 18 friends. I'm sure you do. They're right here. I think there are about 18 right here. So it's my pleasure to present this to you on behalf of Steps Towing. Thank you very much. I'm sure you're going to have other community members come up and honor you, sir.
Good morning, Council. Orrin Hanson, current airport chief, also the chairman of the Tampa Fire Rescue Awards Review Board. On behalf of the Awards Review Board, I want to congratulate driver engineer Angelo Santos Martinez. It was a true honor to get his submission, and glad that he's being recognized today for that. So we have a plaque from the Awards Review Board for you as well. And then for the night of our event, the Firefighters Ball coming up here, Tampa Marriott Water Street has donated a room for you and your family.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Good morning again, Council. Jeff Howard from the Columbia Restaurant Group. I want to congratulate you on your fine service and your fine award here. We're so thankful for all you do to keep us safe and your dedication to the job. I come from a family with firefighters, so I have a deep respect for everything you do. So on behalf of the Columbia Restaurant Group, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good morning, my name is Mary Lou Bailey, and this is Mark Haney.
I'm Mark Haney.
And we're here on behalf of Zoo Tampa. I am really impressed by the story we just heard about all of your talents and all of your passion for the community and for the youth. It's really inspiring. Thank you for your service. The volunteers who serve on the board of Zoo Tampa have purchased you a family membership for the year. We hope you'll enjoy it as much as we do. There also comes along with it, you can come to our special events like Christmas in the Wild and the Halloween event and things like that. And I'm very passionate about nature and animals, and I hope you will become as passionate as I am. Enjoy it in good health, and Mark has some goodies for you.
This is an okapi. It's actually related to the giraffe. And it was the last large mammal ever discovered. It wasn't even known to exist until about early 1900s. So it's sort of very rare. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chief. Driver Engineer Santos, your credentials are amazing. And on behalf of the Glazer family and our entire organization, for you and your family, you can see the support that you have here today. That's a credit to your leadership and all that you do for our community. So thank you for the sacrifice. And we have a little tradition at $1. Everybody that goes over and above, and you clearly do that, gets a game ball. So congratulations and thank you on behalf of our entire organization, Glazer family, and the community for what you do. Thanks, Chief.
Good morning. I'm Leah Van Name here on behalf of Tampa Theater. I'm honored to give you the gift of a membership. Thank you for everything that you do. We recently had to have, I don't know that you were there, but we had someone fall into our organ pit, and we had someone from your team came in and helped our staff members. So thank you so much for everything that you do. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Steve Michelini, we've got a run on driver engineer, so the last quarter was a driver engineer. Do you know that? Yes. So the next one's going to be a driver engineer? We don't know. Congratulations for your achievements. We greatly appreciate what you do for the community, and provide you with a gift certificate to the YMCA, to China Yummy House China Bistro, also to the meat market in Old Hyde Park Village, Bella Brava, which is in the Midtown section of Tampa, and the Chicho Restaurant Group at any one of their restaurants. So congratulations. Thank you again for what you do. Thank you. Who gets the goodies? You get the goodies? There's the letters. Thank you again.
Good morning, Council. Matt Cohan, Treasurer for the Local 754 Tampa Firefighters. We'll present you with a plaque for your Firefighter Corner accomplishment. We appreciate everything you've done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, guys. Jeff Allred, Vice President, Local 754. On behalf of retired Sergeant Brevy, we'd like to present you the 4 complimentary tickets to Busch Gardens. Job well done, Mark. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
Driver Engineer Angelo Santos Martinez, it's my pleasure on behalf of Tampa City Council to present you with this commendation to you on behalf of the work that you've done yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever. And if you don't do it, behind you, someone else will do it. So just keep doing what you're doing, brother. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm very grateful for all the accommodations that I received today. But I would like to recognize my cadet advisors. They really help a lot. They do hard work, dedication, and I just want to tell them thank you. It doesn't go unnoticed. Some of them are here today. I'd like to thank City Council, Chief, executive staff, Chief Bertrand for nominating me, my chief, my district chief, my family that are here, my beautiful wife.
There you go. There you go. Smart man.
I love what I do, and this is something that brings pleasure to me. So I'd like to thank everybody. That's about it.
Councilman Carlson.
I'd like to thank you and your wife for your service to the community. She sounds like she's also in healthcare, and what you all do, you're on the front line of helping people. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for your humility in recognizing everybody else. But this is your day, and congratulations to you, and thank you for all you're doing. Obviously you're on the front line, also recruiting the best people. We have a fantastic team in fire rescue, and really great people. I'm sure a lot of them are due to your work and your selection and picking people out. But please let us know as city council members or individuals what we can do to help you to recruit the best people, and please continue to keep up the good work. And ultimately you're saving lives by picking great people who serve our community well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Maniscalco.
Congratulations. You're one of 4 that get selected every year, so it is a big, big deal. But more importantly, thank you for your leadership and thank you for your inspiration. That's what you do. You're out there serving, but you're inspiring a new generation, new group of people to come and serve in the capacity of saving lives, making this community a better and safer place. We appreciate that. You're a teacher, you're an inspiration, you're out there. You contribute to our city in such a positive way, and we are eternally grateful to you. Thank you, sir.
Councilwoman Hurtak.
I also want to say thank you. Chief Tripp gave a long list of varied and different things that you have accomplished and that you have interest in, and I think that's wonderful to be so well-rounded in all of the work you do for the fire department. But I specifically want to thank you for the work that you do with teens. That is a difficult job, that can be, but it can also bring a lot of joy and bring a lot of information to kids who may want to join the fire department. And so I want to say thank you so much for that. It takes a special person to go above and beyond and really focus on our youth. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Councilman Goods.
Dominican Republic, huh?
Yes, sir.
Love that place. Love that place, huh? But let me say this. Everybody doesn't want to be in management. You've been on 20 years, correct?
15 years.
15 years.
Yes, sir.
And to hear your resume, see, gentlemen, you have to understand the organization. You have to have people who can train, who can do things at the ground level. You can have an executive staff, but sometimes your best soldiers are still the ones on the ground doing the work. And just to hear your resume of the things that you're doing, boat, Marine Patrol, but the most rewarding for me is that, I harp on equality and equity all the time with this diocese, and I harp on making sure that our departments are balanced, and then you bring in the best and the brightest to be a part of the organization. That's what I like. You know, sometimes when we hire people, or we don't, sometimes you have to look like me to understand, because when you go through that interview process, you ask a question, especially when you're minorities, you may never understand what that word is. Sometimes you get lost. But I'm glad that we have folks that are on the panel that can counter that, to be able to say, this is a question we should ask them. So we understand it's very important to understand the balance of when you're hiring people. So to me, that's an important job that you're taking on, being on the selection committee, the panel. So thank you for doing that. And again, and congratulations on the many accomplishments you have at the fire department. Thank you.
It is said that you can judge a person's character, excuse me, by the people that they surround themselves with. Look at the people here today helping you enjoy your receiving this award. You have seasoned veterans. You have the airport firefighters. You've even got Nurse Tiffany back there. But most important, you have a cadet here. Thank you for everything you have done. Thank you for teaching our youth and helping our youth fill in those positions through attrition and retirement. You've made Tampa firefighters and Tampa Firefighter Department better by making sure that we have people to come in after everybody is gone. Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you.
How are you? I like your tie. Yeah.
Who's the president? All right. Mr. White, come on up. What you call?
Councilman Goods.
Good morning again, council members. Mr. Chairman, today I have the distinct pleasure of bringing to this council the fraternity of Phi Beta Sigma Incorporated, a Greek fraternity, well-known. I always josh and kid that we I'm a Kappa man, so we always fight amongst the fraternities and the Omegas and these people, you know. But at the end of the day, we all come together for the common good when it's time for service, when it's time for dealing with issues in our communities. You know, all the josh and joke that stops and we get serious of the hands of community and business. Mr. White contacted my office in reference to an anniversary they've recently had. Fraternity's been around. The local chapter, I think it's Gamma Eta, is it? Gamma Eta Sigma is the local grand chapter for the area here in Tampa. And they're going on 85 years of service. 86? 86 years of service. During that period, the inception of the fraternity is going on, is it 108? My thing is 108 years. So it's been around a long time, and when you reach those pivotal points of service, you have to be recognized. And I'm glad that Mr. White contacted my office in reference to those accolades of the fraternity. So without further ado, Tampa City Council would like to make a presentation to Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Since its founding in 1936, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated has clearly distinguished itself as a public service organization that boldly confronts the challenges of African Americans and hence all Americans over the years. The chapter has been involved with various community societies, organizational structures such as the National Association of Evangelical Colored People and the National Urban League. Also, as a chapter, was responsible for chartering of the 2 collegiate chapters at the University of Tampa and the University of South Florida, and those are what we call the undergrad chapters, that bring us to that next level to keep the graduate chapters working. You know, it is our distinct pleasure today to honor this fraternity, its members, and its Grand Lodge. The Tampa City Council is honored to present you with this accommodation and joins with us, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, as it celebrates 108 years as a fraternity and 86 years as a chapter, as well as continuing to uphold the principles of brotherhood, scholarships, and service. We say thank you for your service to this community and abroad. Mr. President? Thank you. Say a few words.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to give honor to my God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to stand here to receive this award. On behalf of our international president, Honorable Chris Ray, we accept this award for Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. As it was stated, we were founded in 1914, and our motto is a culture for service and service for humanity. And as it was also stated, we have been serving the city of Tampa since 1936. That's 86 years. And, some of the things that we do in the city of Tampa is, one of our signature community events is we hold a turkey drive every Thanksgiving. And, to me, it's dear because we're actually, I listened to one of the councilmen talk about, there are homeless populations, there are people that don't have food. And so we look at it from a standpoint of, we're blessed to be able to have food with our families during Thanksgiving. So we take it upon ourselves to bless 100 families within the Tampa community. And our goal is to move to 200. We started out, to be honest with you, we started out at like 20. And then, we just, prayed to God, hey, can you, if we take one step, God blessed us. And now we're able to bless 100. And our goal is coming forward is to bless 200, And as we were sitting there listening to the homeless, situation that we have in Tampa, my mind is trying to figure out how can we get involved? Because that's what we're here for, is to serve our community and to make our community a better place to live. So again, on behalf of our international president, Honorable Chris Ray, we accept this honor today. Thank you for allowing us to be here, and thank you for presenting this to us. Thank you.
Councilman?
Councilman Miranda.
Well, 86 years seems like a lot, but it really goes by real quick. And like you stated, you had like 20 when you started, and you're doing fantastic now, and you plan to double that to 200. And, sir, the Phi Beta fraternity, Sigma fraternity, is something that you have a unit. It's like being in the boys' club forever. Usually when you're in the boys' club, after you become a man, you don't go back. To some degree, you may help out, but you're not in the curriculum of the boys' club. And you 11 gentlemen here are giving back every day. And that's what life is all about. It ain't about what you and I have. It's about helping someone else. And it's appreciative of what you do. But I guarantee you, just looking at you, I can see that it ain't only Thanksgiving that you do something. That's true. You do something around your neighborhood every day for somebody that's in need. And God bless you all for what you do and continue doing. And I appreciate your services in the past. But the past is yesterday. And you gentlemen are going to be here for much more than another 86 years. Because what you do, it's not really in the media. It's not advertised anywhere. But the greatest thing is the satisfaction that each and every one of you has held a helping hand to push somebody up instead of pushing somebody down. And God bless you all very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Hurtag.
Thank you. Thank you for your service to the community. I always love to see community groups that come together. My mother is involved in a similar women's organization, and so I grew up watching all of the work that she and her sisters have done for the community. So I can only imagine the work that you all do and continue to do, the turkey drive being just one. As Councilman Miranda said, I'm sure that what you do, you're out in the community every day. And I love to hear that you're bringing up another generation to join you. I think it's incredibly important that this group, or just that you have the youth that come and that you're able to work with them in a different way. So you're always adding to your brotherhood, and that you then can reach a different audience as well with that. So congratulations, and best wishes for 86 more years.
Councilman Maniscalco.
Congratulations and happy anniversary. I wish you another, as Councilman Miranda mentioned, another 86 years and more. We each do our part in order to make this world a better place, no matter how big or small. When you look at a mountain of problems, you get overwhelmed. But when you're helping and chipping away and climbing up that mountain, one step at a time, and helping this person or this group of people, you see that that mountain becomes smaller and smaller, and you find success in improving the quality of life for one person, 100 people, whatever it is. But when we each do our part and focus on the positive, focus on helping, focus on giving back instead of tearing each other down, that's how we make this life better, this world a better place. And we're all part of that. You're all part of that. Standing here in blue with pride and honor and the respect that you have earned through your community service, you and everybody in your organization for 86 years and more, because it's 86th anniversary, but 108 years. You make life better. You make this world a better place because you're touching lives one at a time. And we appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Councilman Carlson.
Thank you for everything you've done and will do. The service that you all offer is what makes America a great country, and Tampa a great city. Government can't do everything, and the spirit of giving is something that's ingrained into our culture, and it's so important. What you do, not just to serve people, but serve as an inspiration and as leaders, inspiring other people. Please, as you go forward, let us know how we can support you, because we want you to be successful for the next 100 years. Thank you.
Gentlemen, I'm looking here at your mission statement, and one of the things that stands out is reaffirm and maintain strong commitment to brotherhood, scholarship, and service. Gentlemen, thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do to the community, for the community, and thank you for the future of our community. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All right, gentlemen.
Thank you, Councilman. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before we leave, I don't know if there's too many people that read Florida Trend. It is a publication, and they just came out with a group of legal elite government and nonprofit attorneys. And they listed the 50 lawyers voted top recipients among attorneys employed by municipal, county, state, regional governments, agencies, and non-profit organizations. The city of Tampa has 5 members of the legal team.
Say their names.
And I'm going to. Miss Gina Grimes, Miss Susan Johnson Velez, Mr. Morris Massey, Miss Kayleen Wells, and Miss Andrea Zellman. To you five, I congratulate you. Thank you for doing the work you do. Thank you for being a part of the Tampa family. I have a motion to receive and file. I'm sorry?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Miranda. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Everybody knows I'm here.